Welcome in. Right now we are on our 12th match of the Grand Challenge. This is our first time taking on the Grand Challenge, and it's definitely been very, very difficult, but we're in it to win it. Definitely appreciate you guys for all the support and tuning in. So let's get to it. So this match, as you can see, I'm a little indecisive, but I decided to go Incineroar, Among Us, Porygon, and Gengar. So let's see how this forms out for us. But again, if you guys are new here, please hit the like button, follow, subscribe. Definitely helps the community to grow. So I decided to start off with the Among Us and the Porygon 2. I knew that Expanding Force was coming the minute that Indeedee followed. So now it's just a matter of like figuring out how not to let it be as effective, I guess. I know Rage Powder isn't going to do much, so I'm thinking about sporing the Armor Rouge, and then really don't know. I really didn't know. Again, I'm very new to competitive battling, so it's kind of hard for me to like read opponents on what they're going to do. But in this particular instance, I know what's coming. I know the Expanding Force is coming. I'm just trying to find a way to like minimize the damage. And what I should have done is threw Rillaboom in right off the bat. Looking back at it now, I'm starting to see where I made mistakes. But I decided to go Gengar for some reason. The Curse Body isn't guaranteed, but if when it lands, it lands. You know what I'm saying? So being able to disable a move definitely does help. It pretty much took out my Gengar, but thank goodness for the Focus Sash. So he kind of stood in there. The Curse Body did take effect, so he really can't use that move no more. We got lucky with the Porygon hitting a recovery, so we're looking okay right now. We're looking okay right now. Again, I definitely appreciate you guys for pulling in and vibing out. Right now, I know that the next hit is gonna wipe Gengar off the floor, so I'll go for the Destiny Bond, hoping that lands. But I'm again, people always have like tricks and like up their sleeve. So again, everything is like more of a learning experience. So I'm really, really eager to figure out what he's gonna pull out. I'm pretty sure people that are familiar with Gengar definitely do know to either expect a decent Shadow Ball, Parashong, or Destiny Bond. And he decides to go for the switch, and he comes out with an Arsenal, which is like, oh my gosh, my worst nightmare. So we go out with the Rillaboom, which I felt I should have done first turn, but we disabled the Expanding Force. But it wouldn't have been as effective if we would have done that. So he decides to protect with his Armor Rouge. The Destiny Bond takes effect, and it's pretty much a waste. So I really, really, really wish I would have done that. But I definitely appreciate you guys for pulling in and tuning in, y'all. You guys are the great. Really appreciate you guys for the support. It's been a long journey. It's definitely been a long journey. So I'm definitely grateful for you guys for sticking around. But again, let's get back to this match. Let's try to figure out what we're going to do. This one is looking really tough right now. So I'm calling back Gengar. Hopefully I can change some stuff up. Going back out there with the Among Us, because I know he can take damage. I know that for sure. Bringing back the Rillaboom 2 was pretty risky. A double change is like wild. But I tried to get back to my starting position. But again, like I really can't call it with this one. I really can't call it. So he decides to go for a Terra. Okay, that's one thing about me. I haven't been using my Terras to make plays, more so to respond to them, which is like, it's really not a good way to play. You want to know the route your team is going in. You want to know when your Terra is going to play into your advantage. So he hits us with a Trick Room, which pretty much makes Ursaluna one of the fastest mons on the floor right now. So now we're screwed. Now we're screwed. Really don't know what to do. I could have, like, again, Spore is always my go-to, but I'd be very hesitant. I don't know why. I do not know why. Sometimes I know the moves that I should play, and then I go a totally different route. Again, still deciding on if I should do foul play. I definitely should have hit Spore. I should have spored that Ursaluna. Definitely. The Icy Wind seems good because we get that spread damage, but again, and he brings back the Ursaluna, which is like pretty surprising. But he's going for that, again, expanding force, which was a good play, which was definitely a good play. Because then I hit Rage Powder, which is pretty much irrelevant when he hits the expanding force. Now my Icy Wind does a decent amount of damage to both mons. Nothing too crazy to the Indeedee, but at least it brings Armarouge down to the orange. So we're looking okay. We're banking on being able to land decent shots. Again, still very new to it. And that armor cannon, yeah. Once I saw him load up the armor cannon, I was like, yeah, it's game over. It's game over. Especially with how much damage it dealt. But again, like always, we battling it out to the very last mon. We're gonna keep it going, and we're gonna bank for the best. Now, I'm thinking about just throwing in Gengar, Destiny Bond. That first shot would do the trick. But again, really can't call it. You really can't call it when you're in the heat of battle. You're very like indecisive on what you want to do. But again, it's all a learning process. Again, if you guys haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment on what you would have or wouldn't have done. Let me know what you guys have experienced during your grand challenge, and so we can keep this community going. But again, definitely appreciate you guys for pulling in and vibing out. I hope all is well. As you can see, that Indeedee is putting on the helping hands, and it's not really looking good for me. Follow with the expanding force. You cleaning the board, bro. You cleaning the board. I should have definitely used my Rillaboom to change that terrain, which left me with only just my Rillaboom. So now I know it's closed curtain, but you know how we do to the last mon, to the last mon. So I'll bring out the Rillaboom, knowing that I'm gonna get a Grassy Glide, and thanks to another trainer, Ash, a VGC player, he definitely put me on to like using terrors for defensive purposes. Here it wasn't necessarily done. After the grand challenge, I decided to change his terror to fire. I should have terrored anyway, just so I could get a little bit more damage with the terror plus the grassy terrain, but it wasn't too much I can do on that one. A lot of bad decisions were made, especially when trying to like claim the terrain. But again, just another learning experience. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you for the support, and we'll see you in the next video.